Hey y'all, we're going to swatch all of my Haus Labs bronzers, blushes, and highlighters because their site is having a, I'm going to put it up here, I want to say 20% off sale coming up on May 15th. Today is the 13th. So I'm like, let me just swatch all these so y'all can see what they look like. I can be doing my foundation while I'm saying this. And Sangria from City Beauty. So you can see what they look like to see, like, if you do want to purchase something from them. And I love all of them that I have. The only bronzers I have are the Haus Labs. The only highlighters I have are the Haus Labs. And I have 7 of their blushes. And I have Cosmic Brushes, I think is the brand that Bestie sent to me. 2 of their blushes, and she had also sent me 2 of Sigma blushes. But other than that, everything that I have in this category, these categories, are from Haus Labs, and I love them. I just love them. They are blendable. They are buildable. I have no issue at all wearing them. Even if I put too much, they shear out. So, and sometimes it depends on the brush, but they are just really easy to work with. And I have no desire to even try other blushes or bronzers or highlighters. And the other ones I had, I don't even have anymore. Because when I love something, that's what I want to keep using. And so that's why those are the only ones that I have. And I like to keep my stash manageable for me. And I do want to use everything that I have, and so that means not having like a ton of the same thing, not having like 20 or 30 bronzers and blushes. And I'm not shading anybody who does, because you like what you like, you want what you want. I just prefer to have something that I know I'm going to actually use what it is. And I did hit pan on medium level 7, which was the first bronzer that I had purchased. And I love also that the products, they each have a 24-month PAO. So even if you're buying them for a professional makeup kit, you're going to have it for at least 2 years. Because after that, technically, you should throw it away. But for personal use, yeah, you can keep using it as long as you want to. And so that's just a quick pass of foundation. Because after this, I'm going to do a look, another Petalmorphosis Plus series look. And then I'm going to swatch all of my lipsticks just because I got a lot, y'all, and I'm just like, Okay, so the brushes I pulled out are, because I wanted to use similar brushes for the swatches, so it's not like, oh, that looks like that because of that brush. Or, you know what, let me set my face. When my face is not set with powder, it does affect how bronzers, blushes, and all of that go on. And so it is important for me to make sure my face is set. My favorite powder is the Fashion Fair powder, but I'm trying to finish up this Fenty, and I find that I use way more of the Fenty to set my foundation than the Fashion Fair. I forgot that I was going to need to set my face. But here we are. I'm doing my whole face because I don't know where we're swatching, because we got a lot of stuff to swatch. And I do hope that this is helpful. I do hope if you want something, you do take advantage of the sale. I have a Shop My link down below, which will get you to their website, and you will have access to the sale through my link. And the link is affiliated. So if you are going to purchase something, and if you don't mind, I would love for you to use my link. And the prices are, to say reasonable is relative. So it depends on what's reasonable to you. But to have a blush, bronzer, highlighter for at least 2 years, I think the prices are really good, especially when there's a sale. And I think some of them I did get during a sale. For a long time, I only had Golden Pyrite highlighter, Hibiscus Haze blush, and medium level 7 bronzer. And then I loved them so much, I started branching out into other colors. And those, the first 3 that I had purchased, medium level 7, Hibiscus Haze blush, Golden Pyrite highlighter, they were perfect for me, and I cannot mess up using those. But I started to want to branch out because I just really love the formula and how easy they are to work with. So the brushes we pulled out, because I wanted to use similar brushes for similar products, so it's not like, oh, that came out that way because of the brush. We have 5 of the Real Techniques number 20 brush, and these are the brushes I use to blend out my eye primer and to put on Groundwork Max Paint Pot as a shadow base. And we have our 4 of the Real Techniques number 200 brushes. I might use these for... No, I think I'll use the first ones I showed you for the highlighters. So we're going to use these, you know what, we'll use these for the bronzers because there's 4 of these and there's 4 bronzers. And I have our 4, yes, 4 of the F43 from Sigma, and this is part of their soft collection, is the soft angle cheek brush. I tend to use these for blush, actually. These 2 I don't use that often. The number F letter and number F48. These are their soft coverage, their foundation brushes. I find for me it's more dense than I want it to be, and it's hard for me to get all of the water and soap out when I rinse it after washing it. So I actually don't even use these that much. I really don't. But it is a really good brush though. So the brushes I usually use when I'm doing my bronzer is the Sigma F11. It says soft sculpt. So, but we're not going to use this today because, as you see, it is softer. So I wanted to use dense brushes so we can just put the color on so you can see the color, and they are easy to blend. So it may look like it's a lot, but just keep in mind it can be blended. I want you to just really see the colors. My eye is looking like, girl, but that's not why we're here. We're going to start with the bronzers, y'all. The way I usually do my bronzer, sometimes, depending on if I'm being lazy, I will put the lightest shade here, and you can see my natural contour right here. I'll put the lightest shade, I'll bring it all the way in, and then I'll take the darker shade and put it like right here. And so what that does is it creates a gradient. We're not going to do all that today though. And so here's medium level. Is this a fiber sticking out? Ooh, you see that? That came from this brush. And that wasn't even the one that I saw sticking out. Oh. Okay, let's get to it. Medium level 7. Actually, we're going to do deep level 10 first because I'm going to put them next to how I wear them. And so, am I going to run out of face space? So medium level 7. No. Deep level 10. This shows up rosy on me. And so it may not even look like it's there, but I see it there. So this is, yeah. So this is me deep level 10 right here. And so we are packing heavy so you can see the color. This way it looks like a bruise. So look at that. That is pretty. And it can be sheared out, as I said. You can blend it out. It blends very well. So even if you put too much, if you just buff around the edges, it does blend it out. But we're going to leave it like this because I want you to just really see the colors. So on my complexion with foundation on, this is deep level 10. I just love it. And I put on the back what they're described as. I'm going to label, oh yeah, deep neutral undertones. That's what deep level 10 is described as. And that's what that looks like. And so this is the one I will put all the way here. And medium level, we're going to switch brushes. Each item gets its own brush. Medium level 7. Y'all, look at, y'all. This is described as medium to medium deep, warm, rosy undertones. To me, I think they got the undertones backwards. So this is medium level 7. To me, deep level 10 looks like it's rosy, but medium level 7 says it's rosy. And so I do usually use these together unless I'm being lazy. So this is medium level 7. And so you can see why for me I'm saying I cannot go wrong with it. So I would take deep level 10 all the way here and take medium level 7 and just put here, and then it creates a gradient. So that's what that looks like. And I did hit pan because this was the only one that I had for a while. So that's what they look like together. So you can kind of see that gradient. we're gonna put that brush away. I'm gonna run out of places to put the used brushes. Okay. Deep level 9. Deep level 9 is described as medium deep to deep, cool golden undertones. And this is, what was I gonna say? I don't know. So we're gonna put that right here. So that's what that looks like. And it is buildable, as you see. I just love these bronzers. And you can wear it as a blush if you just put it on lightly. So that's deep level 9. That's deep level 9. And this is deep level 10. That's what that looks like. Keep in mind your complexion and undertone will cause it to look different. All right, this is looking like I got beat up. Deep level 11, and this is described as deep, warm, rosy undertones. So we're gonna see. These two I wear together because 9 is darker than 11. I'll put 9 here and I'll put 11 back here, whereas for 10 and 7, I'll put 10 here and put 7 back here. So it's kind of flipped for me. And so, actually this is darker. Okay, I take that back. I put 11 all the way here and put 9 back here. No, wait, what am I saying? I put 9 all the way and I put 11 here. I put 10 all the way and I put 7 back here. I apologize if I confuse you, because sometimes y'all know I confuse my darn self. So these are what those two look like. So medium level 7, deep level 9, deep level 10, deep level 11. So this does actually look rosy, whereas 10 is also described as rosy, but to me it doesn't look rosy. It looks neutral. And I apologize, it looks like I have black eyes the way I did these swatches. But let's continue on. Do I want to do highlighters or blushes? Because we had 7 blushes. Can I fit 7 up here? All right, let's do the highlighters. We're going to do them on our chin. So we have 4 highlighters. What brushes? 2, 4, 6. All right, we're going to use the Real Techniques brushes. These, which are 210. And again, these are number 200. I like these for foundation. I really do. So the first one I had for the longest time was Golden Pyrite. So we're going to start with that. And you can see that the H is destroyed in the center of the palette. This is described as bronzed gold. That's what that's described as. And so we're going to pick that up and we're going to put that right here. Now keep in mind these are highlighters. So I should have went this way so you can see the shine. Is it too late to do that? No, you can see. Oh yeah, this one. So this was the first one I had for a while because I cannot mess up with it. And these are very blendable. You can build them up. Look at that sheen. It just disappears. I like a highlight that you don't see it and then you see it. And it doesn't leave like a gray cast on my skin. That's Golden Pyrite. Oh my goodness, I love these. I forget what I purchased next. I think I got them all like at the same time. No, I got Chocolate Opal last. The next two I purchased was Fire Opal, and this is described as yellow orange. That's what this is described as, yellow orange. Oh, this is gorgeous. So we're gonna put that right here. This plays well with any blush. Look at that. Yeah, and I apologize I didn't think to go across instead of up or down, but down here is looking good. Look at that. Fire Opal. Golden Pyrite, Fire Opal. Look how that looks. So you see the orange and then you see the yellow. I love these. And when I purchased that one, I got Raw Amber. Raw Amber is copper. Sometimes I use it as a highlighter. Sometimes I put it lightly over my cheek area. And then we're going to put this right here. And it does make me look a little toasty. And that is okay. And so that's Raw Amber. And so even as a highlighter, it still looks nice on me. But you can see how it does make me a little toasty. Just like a hint of toasted shine. Raw amber. Raw amber. Fire opal. Golden pyrite. I will say fire opal is my favorite because the way that color shifts. Oh. Chocolate opal was the last one I purchased because chocolate opal was chocolate. And you're like, girl, that ain't no highlighter for you. I use it lightly on my cheeks and on my forehead and on my chin. Like places where people will highlight, that's why I put this. This is described as a warm brown. And that's what that looks like. I don't know if it looks warm to me, but it's described as a warm brown. So if you have a deep complexion, I think this would look gorgeous on you. Like how this kind of blends into my skin tone is there and it's not there. I think this is what chocolate opal would do for you, and it makes me toasty. And I went back and forth on whether or not to get it, and I said, you know what, I love these formulas. I'm gonna get it, blend it out, share it out, and just put it strategically. So I never use this as a highlighter, but that's chocolate opal. So you see how it goes deep, but then when you blend it, or how the light hits it, so chocolate opal, raw amber, fire opal, and golden pyrite. Y'all, excuse me, y'all, my nose is itching. Okay, so we got 7 we got 7 blushes. These are the originals. These when they relaunched them. I don't store them together because I store stuff in size order and the new ones are smaller. So when I say randomly, if I'm using one of these two, it's not as random because it's going to be one of those two. But these I can just pick random because they all look the same, which I love. And I'm like, ooh. And when I took these to Academy with me a couple years ago, and what I found is it doesn't matter which one of these I use with whatever eye look. They all go with everything. So it's not like, oh, okay, cool tone eye look, wear cool tone blush. No, it didn't matter. Each one of these went with everything. And they are blendable. You can share them out. You can pack them on. And that's what I love. Some people really like that the newer ones, the repackaged ones, they like that it has the color on it, but I don't mind this. I don't mind this. I really don't. And you know, it's the same with the motherships. Oh, the black lacquer. So you know what it is when you see it in your stash or in your bag. But so for some people, this was, you know, they were like, oh wow, that's great, I can see what's what. But I don't mind all the silver. I don't. So let's get into this. So do I see another straight hair? Thank you for being here. I realized I didn't do the intro, and I apologize again how I did the bronzers because it does look like I have black eyes, and that might be triggering to some people. So if it does, I apologize. So Hibiscus Haze was the very first one that I purchased. Excuse me. This is described as a mauve pink, and I know that because I have a label and a PAO, and when I opened it, excuse me, this was the first one I purchased. Because I couldn't mess up on it. I got 7 of these. I should have used the smaller brushes. Can I fit? Well, if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and maybe 7. But this is a wide brush. Let's go for it. Because if I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to go this way. But that means, okay. Y'all can see I thought this out. So Hibiscus Haze. Yeah, so this for me is like, I cannot mess up on it. And the other ones I can't too. I cannot mess up on either because of how they blend. And so that's Hibiscus Haze on my complexion. Mauve pink. Put that brush away. This one is Lavender Blonde. I thought it was going to be too cool tone for me, but it wasn't. I did have Dragon Fruit Haze or Dragon Fruit. I think it was Dragon Fruit Haze, not Days. Dragon Fruit Haze was too cool tone for me, and I didn't really care for it. So I did not keep that one because I'm like, I'm getting them all. But that one was too cool for me. This is described as light pink purple, and I actually really like this one. And it, y'all, oof, where's Hibiscus Haze? So let's not. So even just pressing it, like y'all, And they do look different. This is more rosy and this is purple. But, so if you wanted to layer blushes or do blush draping, put one blush here and put one up here, you can do whatever you want to, because these are just gorgeous. This is Pomelo Peach. This one is also kind of safe. And this is described as soft coral. That's what this is described as. And so let's put that here. All right, so we're tapping in. And we're going to put this right here. And as I said, y'all, it didn't matter picking one of these 5 at random. They all went with whatever eye look I was doing. It didn't matter. So if you're concerned about, you know, having everything warm toned or everything neutral, everything cool toned, with these blushes, it doesn't matter. They all looked gorgeous. So these are the 3: Hibiscus Haze, Lavender Blonde, and this is Pomelo Peach. So that's what that is looking like. This is subtle for me, of course, but this I cannot mess up. None of them I can mess up on. But if I wanted something that I can just put on, not worry about it, that's this one. But none of them do I worry about because how blendable they are and how they blend out. This one is Watermelon Bliss, y'all. And I was just like, But because I like the other one so much, I'm like, just like with the bronzers and the highlighters, I'm like, I'm gonna get more. And this one is described as Universal Red. Y'all, this I tapped in twice. This is red. Don't let it scare you, because the way they blend out, y'all, this is gorgeous. I'm tempted to put some here to show you how it blends out, but we'll think on that, because I love this. I love all of these. I'm just giddy here. This one is Acai Sky, which I was kind of intimidated. Well, by this one too, Watermelon Bliss too, and Acai Sky, because this is described as a berry purple. This is dark. This is dark. I tapped in 3 times. This is Acai Sky. And where this is a brighter red, even though this says berry purple, it does have that darker hue to it. So if you want more bold, bright, this. If you want bold but deeper, it would be this one. So again, Hibiscus Haze, Lavender Blonde, Pomelo Peach, Watermelon Bliss, and Acai Sky. And we got one more. And no, we got 2 more actually. So we have these 2 left, and these are the 2 brushes that's left. What I could do, I could just use these 2 brushes. Yeah, let's do that. Sorry, we're gonna put that back and we're gonna put this back. And these are softer brushes. Well, not to say softer, because all of them are soft. These are not as dense as the other ones, and I did want to use dense brushes. Okay, let's go for it. So this one is Fire Moon. It's described as Beige Peach. Not as fun as the other ones, but if you just want to just put something on, it does show up nice though. I think this was the one I purchased 2 of, and then during one of my live streams, I gave one away. I don't know why. I don't remember how I ended up buying 2 of them. So that's what that looks like. Fire Moon. It's very pretty. Very pretty. All of these are very pretty. I love these. This one is French Rosette, and it's described as a neutral rose. That's what this is described as. Neutral rose. And this is what this looks like. And as you see, like, they are buildable. They are buildable. Look at that. So if you want something subtle, you know, Hibiscus Haze, French Rosette. No, Hibiscus Haze, French Rosette, or Fire Moon. But all of them work for me, my complexion. And so if you are around my complexion, just go for it. If you're looking at this and you're like, wow, remember they're not blended out. Remember that they are not blended out. We are going to take this brush because I'm going to put a Side Sky here because I want you to see what it does. Y'all, so we're putting a Side Sky here. This is the less dense brush than the one we use for our forehead. And so that's the Side Sky. But look at this though. If you just blend it, like look at the edges, like it blends out. Look at this. Because how we did a straight line, but look at how it's blending. So don't, well, I'm not gonna say don't, because I was intimidated. And I'm like, I'm gonna get it because I knew from the other ones how blendable they were. So look how that looks though. Look there, like where's the edges? Where are the edges? Look at that. Look how that blended out. I love these. I love these. And so if you're thinking, oh, I don't know. And so, and if it's still too much for you, just keep blending. Keep blending, keep blending. Or just don't put on as much as I did. But I wanted you to see, look at that. Like, look how that blends out. I just love that. We're going to do the same with Watermelon Bliss. Like, look. And then you have your highlight. Okay, so imagine this was as a blush, it was this way, and then a highlighter would be up here. So imagine this next to the highlighter. I want to just take Fire Opal and just show y'all, but I feel like I'm about to do too much because this, I think we use, yeah, this is Watermelon Bliss. Is that Watermelon Bliss? No, that's a Side Sky. This is Watermelon Bliss. So I'm just tapping in, and we're going to put that here. And we're going to go lightly though, lighter than we did over here. So you see how that looks, right? Let me know if any of these are on your list. And I am glad that I purchased the other bronzers when they had them. And I'm glad that I purchased the other blushes before they reduced the size. It's a little bit shy of half the product for these ones, and they only reduced the price by $6. And so when I realized they were becoming harder to find, I said, you know what, they're about to do something, so let me just go ahead and get the other ones. And that's what I did with the bronzers, because they started being hard to find, disappearing from websites. So look at how Watermelon Bliss, that's that, you see what I'm saying? And a Side Sky, look at that. So that's going to be it for this video. Let me know what you think. I'm not going to wash all these brushes, but that'll be easy because it's just powder on them. So let me know. So Hibiscus Haze, Lavender Blonde, Pomelo Peach, Watermelon Bliss, a Side Sky, Fire Moon, and French Rosette. Yeah. And the bronzers and the highlighters. Chocolate Opal, Raw Amber, Fire Opal, and Golden Pyrite. Yeah, look at Fire Opal, y'all. That is gorgeous. I will say that I will admit that's my favorite, but I do like these two to just give me a toasted look in certain areas of my face. And so that's it for this video. Do let me know if it was helpful to you. Let me know if you plan on picking up anything during the sale. And there's stuff popping up over here, excuse me, for you to watch, and you will see me soon. Thanks.